Whosoever is not able to attend the class, they will be getting the recorded interaction, whatever we are going to do. This entire course, online course, physics online course has been running from last 3 years. In 2017 we have started the course, and this course contains about 105 recorded classes, plus it has got about 12 live discussions. Today is the first live discussion of this season, and apart from that there are two contents I have discussed. One is the recorded classes, because most of the syllabus of physics optional is static, therefore recorded classes are more than enough. They are live recorded classes, the classes which I have taken. And I say, whatever the class I am going to take today, 22nd June 2020, date I am writing first, 22nd June 2020, first online live class on mechanics, focusing on TS1, TS2 and TS3. This entire online program has got 4 components. First is 105 recorded classes which are real live. Then second is 10 to 12 live discussion classes. Third is inbuilt individual specific test series, and fourth is discussion and interaction with me. (2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Right now I am easily available on the number 9350934622. Office number is 01140079000. Rishi Kumar is here for helping you in administrative matters. गौरव कुमार, अरे गौरव कुमार राणा, अपना माइक खोल के रखो, क्योंकि समझ लो मैं फिजिक्स पढ़ाता हूं। और एक बात समझ जाओ आराम से कि मेरे पास फिजिक्स में एक टेस्ट चार्ज होता है, टेस्ट चार्ज। समझ रहे हो टेस्ट चार्ज क्या होता है? यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को बोलते हैं टेस्ट चार्ज। ये उल्टा दिख रहा है, बस सही दिख रहा है ना? देखो गौरव कुमार राणा, मेरा स्टाइल समझो। मेरे क्लास में एक होता है यूनिट पॉजिटिव टेस्ट चार्ज, जिसकी मेंटलिटी पॉजिटिव हो और यूनिट मैग्नीट्यूड का हो। इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालने के लिए या किसी चीज़ को निकालने के लिए ऐसा ही गिना जाता है ना हमेशा। तो मैं क्लास में हमेशा एक स्टूडेंट को टेस्ट चार्ज डिक्लेयर करके रखता हूं। जब भी कोई क्लास होती है मैं किसी भी स्टूडेंट को रैंडमली सिलेक्ट कर लेता हूं, रैंडमली क्लास में भी, और मैं उसी से पूछता रहता हूं अगर उसको समझ में आ रहा है। इफ ही इज फॉलोइंग माई क्लास देन आई कंसीडर माई क्लास इज गुड क्लास, बट इफ ही डजंट फॉलो यू आर हैविंग ऑल फ्रीडम to stop me whenever you do not follow whatever I am trying to say. In today's class, I am treating you as a test charge. Therefore, everybody else's mics are stopped. Your mic is on. Gaurav Kumar Rana, you are listening me?
Yes, sir.
Your mic is on. Whenever you have got any problem, please stop me. Correct? I am very democratic. By appearance, you find that I am very tough person, but I am very soft. and I am able to answer whatever the doubts you will have. And this kind of classes I am going to conduct 10 to 12 live classes. Every batch we conduct live classes. Live classes are basically for doubt removal. If you have got any kind of doubt or live interaction with the teacher, then live classes will be helpful. And typically I try to conduct 2 live classes in a month. This is today's interaction is the first interaction of the season. That is why I have written 22nd June 2020. That is the today's date. First online live class on what is the course? Mechanics. On TS1, TS2, TS3. That is my typical recommendation. Course must start because most of the people who opt for physics optional comes from engineering background, most of them. And for engineering background candidates, I consider it is the best that they must start from mechanics portion, because second paper starts from quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is also a mechanics. Mechanics means study of motion of particles by the action of forces. If the particle is distinguishable, big particle, then it is the subject matter of classical mechanics. But if the particle is subatomic, indistinguishable, then it is governed by principles of quantum mechanics. Then its measurement is governed by quantum mechanics. So remember, quantum mechanics is also a mechanics. So good background of mechanics is required for doing the paper 2 also. But if you are MSc background or BSc background students, you can start from quantum mechanics, does not make any difference. So whenever I run 2 batches, typically second batch starts from quantum mechanics, and I prefer that students with BSc and MSc background are given admission to the batch 2. Batch 1 is typically of engineering graduates, and that is what, because in online mode all students are common. That is why my first recommendation has been that this should start from mechanics. You should start from mechanics. Syllabus of mechanics has got 4 well-defined units. Unit 1 is particle dynamics. Unit 2 is system of particles. Unit 3 is mechanics of continuous media, which is another name for elasticity and viscosity. And Unit 4 is special theory of relativity. I have sent my all comments on WhatsApp group also. I hope all of you have been added to the WhatsApp group. Welcome to all the students whosoever are in the class. So in today's live interaction, I have already told you, I welcomed all of you, and I have said what this online program contains. This online program contains 4 components, which I have been repeating because I have been talking to almost all of you on phone. 105 recorded classes, 10 to 12 live discussion classes, inbuilt individual specific test series, and discussion and interaction with me. There are 4 components to this. For discussing with me of any problem, I have written my number 935093462, as well as for administrative matters, it is Rishi Kumar, whom you can contact at the office number. This is the first class which is being conducted at my institute. So far, whatever classes I have been conducting on YouTube, they have been at my home. I didn't have access to board. Now today I have got access to whiteboard. Class is being recorded because I am trying to, there are about 40 students into the class, but right now only 15 people have joined. So I am trying to buy out some time. Otherwise I will directly enter into the tutorial sheet 1. Let me give you the distribution. I have divided in UPSC syllabus most important aspect between the successful candidate and the candidate who are not successful is that the successful candidates have got proper plan of study and proper strategy. Proper strategy leads to proper plan. So proper plan means that mechanics can be completed. I have been covering A to Z of mechanics in 15 classes. 15 classes just. So whole entire course on mechanics entire course on mechanics I have divided into 6 tutorial sheets. TS1 contains conservation laws. What conservation laws? Conservation laws means conservation of energy, conservation of linear momentum, conservation of angular momentum for a point particle as well as for system of particles. System of particles have been dealt in syllabus in the unit 2. So I am bringing that system of particles also. Every system of particles is having a central point called center of mass, where all resultant force and mass, all resultant external forces act through that point, and entire mass of the system of particles is concentrated at that. So in the first classes you must have seen that I have dealt in detail about the center of mass. Why system of particles is having only one center of mass? Because resultant of all external forces act through that particular point, therefore there is only one center of mass. So in first unit in TS1 I have contained the questions of conservation laws. Then I have had the differential scattering cross section, differential scattering cross section, then Rutherford scattering formula, then this is one topic, conservation laws, differential scattering cross section, Rutherford scattering formula. Fourth is your rocket motion. Fifth is transformation of quantities from lab to center of mass frame. Everybody is able to see whatever I am writing?
Yes, sir.
भैया गौरव कुमार राणा, सिर्फ आंसर तुमको करना है क्योंकि बाकियों के माइक बंद हैं, ये ध्यान रखो। सिर्फ मैं तुम्ही से पूछ रहा हूँ डायरेक्ट होके। आई एम ओनली आस्किंग फ्रॉम यू। आई एम राइटिंग इन TS1 आई हैव कंटेन 5 चैप्टर्स। कौन कौन से 5 चैप्टर्स हैं? कंजर्वेशन लॉज contains conservation of energy, conservation of linear momentum and angular momentum for a point particle as well as for system of particles. Then it contains question of differential scattering cross section, then Rutherford scattering formula, rocket motion, transformation of quantities from lab frame to center of mass frame. That was the 5 chapters and it covers about 6 videos, 6 classes. In TS1 सबको मालूम पड़ गया। In TS1 I have collected the questions from 5 chapters and TS2 questions are from TS2। बताओ भैया TS2 किस चीज की है? जल्दी से बताओ यार, याद रखना पड़ेगा तुमको। TS2 है सेंट्रल फोर्स, मोशन एंड ग्रेविटेशन, ये TS2 का है। और TS3 क्या है? व्हाट इज TS3? इन TS3 वी हैव गॉट रोटेटिंग फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस, rotating frame of reference, Coriolis force, application of Coriolis force। हेलो एवरीबडी, सबको क्लियर हो गया कि आज की क्लास जो मैं डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूं, क्या किस समय शुरू हो रही है क्लास? क्या टाइम है? टाइम क्या है ये बताओ जल्दी मुझे, टाइम क्या है? 3:53 हो रखा है अभी, 3:53 PM। 5 बजे तक पढ़ाऊंगा मैं, 5 PM तक, 5:13 तक पढ़ाऊंगा। 3:53 से लेकर 5:53 तक पढ़ाने जा रहा हूं, समझ रहे हैं? 5:13 तक समझ में आ रहा है भैया? भैया अगर तुम रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करोगे तो मैं टेस्ट चार्ज बदल दूंगा अभी, समझ रहे हो? सबको बुक्स क्लियर है? सबको बुक्स वगैरह के बारे में क्लियर है कि मैकेनिक्स कहां से करनी है? आज की क्लास के लिए प्री रिक्विजिट है कि यू मस्ट हैव सीन 10 वीडियोज एटलीस्ट. I am taking this class with this understanding that everybody must have seen 10 of my classes. This is at the end of 10 classes. ठीक है जी? ठीक है, देखो कहां तक मैंने कवर कर रहा हूं आज की क्लास में. कंजर्वेशन लॉज, डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग, क्रॉस सेक्शन, रदरफोर्ड स्कैटरिंग फार्मूला, रॉकेट मोशन, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ क्वांटिटीज फ्रॉम लेफ्ट फ्रेम टू सेंटर ऑफ मास फ्रेम, and central force motion, gravitation, rotating frame of reference and Coriolis force. Typically I have recommended 2 books for this. This course is an amalgamation mixture of course of classical mechanics and general mechanics. For general mechanics you can read from Klapner and Kolinkoff or DS Mathur. Any one of the books you could have covered. And for classical mechanics you can take Gupta Kumar Sharma or J.C. Upadhyay. Any one of the books will do. If you will read 2 books, then only this course will be covered. For simple mechanics, amongst Indian writers, you can have D.S. Mathur. Classical mechanics, you can have J.C. Upadhyay. और गुप्ता कुमार शर्मा. ठीक है जी, चलो जी, लेट अस फोकस ऑन TS1. देखो भैया सबके पास ट्यूटोरियल शीट्स हैं. किसी और का माइक ऑन कराओ. लेटेस्ट ट्यूटोरियल लास्ट क्वेश्चन कौन सा है तुम्हारी सीट का बताओ. TS1 का लास्ट क्वेश्चन कौन सा है तुम्हारा? TS1 का लास्ट क्वेश्चन कौन सा है तुम्हारा बताओ. डायटॉमिक तो तुम्हारी सीट पुरानी है, नई सीट नहीं है. अभी व्हाट्सएप में जो भेजी है तुमको उसमें 37 क्वेश्चन नहीं है. मैंने व्हाट्सएप में भी एक सीट भेजी है. अभी मैंने व्हाट्सएप में जो सीट भेजी है और वेबसाइट में भी वही सीट डली हुई है. एवरी स्टूडेंट आई रिक्वेस्ट दैट TS1 contains questions up to 37. TS1, latest TS1, because you are doing my class in 2020. समझ रहे हो? Everybody is doing the class in June of 2020, and the latest seats of DAS which I have put on the website, they have got questions. TS1 contains questions up to 37. 37th question has been asked in 2019 exam. मैं करता, अगर नहीं है तो मैं कर देता हूं, चिंता मत करो. मैं 37th क्वेश्चन को करता हूं और मैं आपका 35 और 36 को करता हूं. देखो ये सब 2019 के क्वेश्चंस हैं. 37th क्वेश्चन जो है TS1 का, पता नहीं आपकी सीट में है कि नहीं, लेकिन जो आप बता रहे थे 32nd क्वेश्चन दैट वाज 2017. ठीक है जी. 32nd क्वेश्चन डायटॉमिक मॉलिक्यूल, उसमें तो कुछ करना नहीं है, स्टैंडर्ड डेरिवेशन है. कोई प्रॉब्लम है क्या? कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें. उसके बाद के क्वेश्चन 18 और 19 के हैं. मैं 2019 का क्वेश्चन, मैं TS1 पे जा रहा हूं. देखो, आई एम जस्ट रिपीटिंग व्हाट आर द कंटेंट्स आई हैव कवर्ड इन TS1. कंजर्वेशन लॉज, डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग, क्रॉस सेक्शन, रदरफोर्ड स्कैटरिंग फार्मूला, रॉकेट मोशन, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ क्वांटिटीज फ्रॉम लेफ्ट फ्रेम टू सेंटर ऑफ मास फ्रेम. राइट नाउ फॉर at least 30 minutes I am going to focus on TS1. Can I request everyone? Will you please open your mics? Atharva Dable, hello?
Yes, sir.
Atharva, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you got access to tutorial sheet number 1?
Yes, yes.
What is the last question in tutorial sheet 1 which you have got?
Yes, sir. One minute. So that the cross section.
Yes, that is the latest sheet. You have got the right sheet. I will cover this question first. Then Raj Naidu, Naj Sidhu. Your last question is 37th question, right? Okay, so that cross section for elastic scattering of a point particle from an infinitely mass sphere of radius r is r square by 4. What is the inference of this result? That is a question which has been asked in 2019, right? Have you attended my class on scattering cross section and differential scattering cross section?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this question is a straight derivation, or
Yes.
I will do it for you, but then you first find out, could you have done this question if you have attended the class on scattering cross section and differential scattering cross section? You could have attended this question or not. They are asking so that the cross section for elastic scattering of a point particle from an infinitely massive sphere of radius r. First I will draw a diagram. Question 37 asked in 2019 exam. If I am not wrong, this is how many marks question? 15 mark question. Can anybody check? This question is 10 marks or 15 marks? This sphere is of radius r and a point particle is coming. Try to understand this point particle. This is a point particle which might hit this, and this is the center of heavier body. From center of heavier body, if no external force is acting, the perpendicular distance between the center of force and the point particle is called, what is called? Impact parameter. What is impact parameter? Perpendicular distance. If no force would have been acting, the particle, it is coming like this, it will go on like this, because there will be interaction, therefore it will be scattered like this. If no force would have been acted, it would have gone like this. Particle is coming, this distance would have been called impact parameter. This distance is called impact parameter. This angle is theta. Good. Theta will be called angle of scattering. This is pi, incident linear momentum. This is final linear momentum. I am joining this center. This is a perpendicular. This will be the direction of the force. And if this is theta, this entire angle is pi minus theta. So this is because pi, collision is elastic. What is saying? For elastic scattering, try to understand. For elastic scattering, kinetic energy is conserved. Therefore, pi square by this 2mi, this is initially at rest, is equal to pf square by 2m plus 0, because bigger sphere is rigid and massive. Why I have taken this? Because this is massive. Therefore, initially it is at rest, after also it is rest. So I will get pi square is pf square, pi is PF magnitude. If that is so, then this angle, in this triangle, if I would have concluded this side is common, this is this, then PI is equal to PF, then both these angles, this angle will become pi minus theta by 2. In Rutherford scattering derivation, didn't I do like this? In Rutherford scattering derivation, by elastic collision, I have drawn the conclusion that Pi is equal to PF. This is pi minus theta by 2. So this angle is pi minus theta by 2. So this angle is also pi minus theta by 2. This is R. This is the radius. So your sine pi minus theta by 2 will be simply B by R. So what is B? R cos theta by 2. And you know, if impact parameter is known, then differential scattering cross section is immediately known. देखिए, first assumption I have made for elastic collision, I have said this angle of scattering is total is pi minus, this angle of scattering I have assumed to be theta, this entire angle is pi minus theta. Because Pi is equal to Pf in these two triangles I have covered, it is pi minus theta by 2. This kind of logic I have done in Rutherford scattering formula also. So B is R cos theta by 2. Now you know number of particles scattered between theta and theta plus d theta are the same particle whose impact parameters are lying between B and B plus dB. So B and B plus dB, I would have written this standard formula, sigma theta is B upon sin theta minus B upon sin theta dB upon d theta. क्या जी, सबको मालूम है कि नहीं फार्मूला? कैसे डिराइव किया था इसको? मैंने एक लाइन में डिराइव किया था. बेसिक लॉजिक ऑफ दिस फार्मूला वाज, मेन focus has to be how I have arrived this formula, because after this formula it is one line job. This formula, number of particles scattered between theta and theta plus d theta were the same particles whose impact parameters were lying between B and B plus dB. So if I was the intensity of the incident particles, the number of particles scattered between B and B plus dB would have been per second I into 2 pi B dB. This would have been same as I into sigma theta 2 pi sin theta d theta. Correct? Correct भाई. I into 2 pi b dB impact parameter is equal to I into differential scattering cross section into d omega solid angle 2 pi sin theta d theta minus sin, because increase of theta is decrease of b, therefore I have got this formula. Right? One line, center line I have written. Now you substitute B, you know, you get differential scattering. We know DSC is given by, so sigma theta is B upon sin theta, B is your R cos theta by 2, sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 into dB by d theta. What will become dB by d theta? R sin theta by 2 minus and half. Correct? Minus minus becomes plus. Sin theta by 2 sin theta by 2 cancels out. Cos theta by 2 cos theta by 2 cancels out. क्या होगा भैया? क्या हो गया आंसर? R स्क्वायर बाई 4. यही पूछ रहा है? यही था. सिग्मा थीटा निकल गया R स्क्वायर बाई 4. यहां पर क्रॉस सेक्शन का मतलब है डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन. इज ओनली इंटरेस्टेड इन टू गेटिंग डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन. इफ आई वांट टोटल स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन, आंसर यही है. सो यहां पर आई नीडेड व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन. डिफरेंशियल स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन गिव्स यू द फ्रैक्शन ऑफ पार्टिकल्स व्हिच आर स्कैटर्ड बिटवीन थीटा एंड थीटा प्लस डी थीटा per unit incident flux by a single scatterer. That was the definition. You ate this. If you will do it, I will give you 60% of the marks. Then what is the inference of this result? Even if you wouldn't have asked, then also I would have expected you to interpret this result. For interpretation of this result, this is differential scattering cross section. That means it gives you fraction of particles scattered along a specified direction theta with the scattering angle theta. To interpret it further, let us calculate total cross section. Total scattering cross section. Total scattering cross section is the effective area offered by the target to the incident beam of particles. What is the colloquial definition of scattering cross section? It is the effective area offered by the target to the incident beam of particles, which is nothing but the ratio of number of particles scattered by a single scatterer along every direction to the total flux. So now this total cross section would have been sigma theta 2 pi sin theta d theta. If you would have gone 0 to pi, this would have been simply करके देख लीजिए pi r square. That means this whole sphere is offering how much area? Pi r square. All those particles which will be falling within its area, they will be scattered. All the particles which will be falling within this area, they will be scattered. That is how you will write in 1.5 page. You have to give me assumption that pi is equal to pf, therefore that angle is pi minus theta by 2, relationship b and theta, and this formula and this. Then interpretation, what does differential scattering cross section represent, and finally what is total cross section. If you will write all those things, I will give you 7 marks out of 10 mark question. And 15 mark question, I can give you 11 marks also. That is what maximum I will award. Clear? बोलो भैया.
Yes, sir. Clear.
मालूम पड़ गया कैसे क्वेश्चन आंसर करना है यूपीएससी एग्जाम में. क्वेश्चन कठिन था क्या? If you have done derivation of Rutherford scattering, in fact I have taken this kind of question also in the class, and this is given as a solved problem in J.C. उपाध्याय बुक. किसी ने J.C. उपाध्याय की बुक पढ़ी है क्या? J.C. उपाध्याय की क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स पढ़ी है किसी ने? उसमें चैप्टर 4 में दिया हुआ है कि नहीं सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम? प्रॉब्लम कठिन था क्या? Was it difficult? Was it difficult? Not at all. Straightforward questions are there. Now I ask, if you have got any problem in TS1, please let me know. Because in 2019 there have been 3 questions has been asked, all of them are straight. What is central force? Give 2 examples of central force. So you know what is central force. What are the examples of central forces? Any gravitational force is a central force. Coulomb force is a central force. Centripetal force is a central force. Any force which is dependent upon position is a central force. Right? Then second part was, so that angular momentum of the particle in central force motion is a constant of motion. बार बार बोला है कि नहीं मैंने? Angular momentum is a constant of motion in central force motion, therefore motion is a plane motion. Question 35. अरे भैया सबका माइक बंद ही है क्या? सबका तो बंद नहीं है ना. तारुसी कोहली, नाथ सिद्धू, गौरव कुमार राणा. भैया कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है क्या? इस सीट में माइक खोल लो अपने अपने सारे. कौन सा क्वेश्चन? पहला क्वेश्चन. अच्छा चलो अभी बता देता हूँ. तो 11वीं क्लास का क्वेश्चन है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 1990 का जो पूछा गया है वही ना? क्वेश्चन 1990 का ना? करेक्ट. देखो भैया क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 जो है कौन से टॉपिक का है मैं पढ़ता हूं. 10 नंबर का क्वेश्चन होगा. देखो 90 में तो 20 का पूछा गया होगा. 1990 में 10 मार्क के क्वेश्चन नहीं आते थे. So this question was 20 marks, but right now if I will ask this question, I can very well ask this question even now, but this question will not be more than 10 marks. And 10 mark question had to be answered in how many pages? 1 page. Every information has to be given in 1 page. Try to understand, that is thumb rule. If you will write more than 1 page, I am not going to give you more than 60% of the marks. If you require more than 60% of the marks, every information has to be given in 1 page. That is must. Now you read what is the question. A neutron of energy 1 MeV, and this question is relevant. Try to understand. It is not irrelevant, because this is very much, this topic is very much part of the syllabus. Even now, this topic is there. This question is from transformation of quantities from left frame to center of mass frame. समझ रहे हैं टॉपिक का क्या नाम है? तो तुम्हारे में दूसरा क्वेश्चन क्या है बताओ?
मेरे में व्हाट इज द रिकॉइल एनर्जी इन इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट्स ऑफ मास 10⁻³ ग्राम आफ्टर एमिशन ऑफ गामा रे.
अच्छा, तो मुझे एक बात, वो अपना क्वेश्चन, अच्छा, तुम्हारे पास पुरानी बात, देखो भैया भाई, मैंने सीट को रिवाइज करा दिया है, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, ये क्वेश्चन, ये तो 11वीं क्लास का क्वेश्चन है यार, 11वीं क्लास का क्वेश्चन है, इस तरीके के क्वेश्चन आजकल नहीं पूछते. लेकिन मैं क्वेश्चन 1, ये भी 1990 का ही है. व्हाट इज द रिक्वायर्ड एनर्जी इन इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट्स आप मास 10⁻⁻23 ग्राम्स. ये है 10⁻⁻23 ग्राम्स का मास. ठीक है. आफ्टर एमिशन ऑफ गामा रे ऑफ एनर्जी 1 MeV, it emits gamma ray. It emits gamma ray. This mass emits gamma ray, correct? And what is the energy of gamma ray? Energy of gamma ray is given to you as 1 MeV, correct? No external force is acting. When this particle is emitting gamma ray, is there any external force acting? No external force is acting. Therefore, linear momentum must be constant of motion. Linear momentum must be constant of motion. Therefore, P recoil plus P gamma must be equal to what? 0. I have given the logic. First statement was logic beyond this. Why I am saying conservation of linear momentum holds good? Conservation of linear momentum holds good because there is no external force is acting when this particle is emitting out gamma ray. Therefore, P recoil plus P gamma is 0. So, P recoil is equal to minus P gamma. Therefore, P recoil square is P gamma square. Good. What is P gamma? P gamma is E gamma by C. बताओ जी. E गामा क्या हो गया? P गामा इंटू C. ये फार्मूला मालूम है ना? E स्क्वायर इट P स्क्वायर C स्क्वायर प्लस m0 स्क्वायर C⁻⁴. करेक्ट. गामा पार्टिकल के m0 क्या है? 0 है, इसलिए गामा का एनर्जी कितनी हो गई? P इंटू C. सो E गामा इज नथिंग P गामा इंटू C. व्हाट इज P गामा? E गामा बाई C. तो हो गया E गामा स्क्वायर बाई C स्क्वायर. ठीक है जी. So P recoil square is nothing E gamma square by C square. What is recoil energy? E recoil कितना हो गया बताओ? P recoil square divided by 2m recoil. E gamma square upon 2m recoil into C square. अब mass of recoil given. Mass of recoil is given. C square you know. Easily you can calculate. E gamma is given. Substitute and get the answer. आ जाएगा कि नहीं? ठीक है ना? Anybody else? अरे समझ में आ गया भाई? और किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है? और क्वेश्चन बताओ. 1 से लेकर 10 तक किसी को कुछ पूछना है? 1 to 10. सीट नंबर 1 में किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है? Anybody willing to ask any numerical problem or any theoretical question in CATS 1? देखो भाई, हाँ बोलो. यस यस.
एक क्वेश्चन में वो बताओ ना, in this context of hydrogen would be the best using for slowing down.
देखो, this is the question to देखो, this whole exam has to be seen as a holistic process. Not only mechanics, but many of the times questions are clubbed with your knowledge of physics from other parts also. This question deals with the design of moderators, how moderators are designed. Only mechanics is not the sole criteria. I mean differential scattering cross section and conservation of energy and momentum are not the only criteria. There are 4 other different criteria by which moderators are chosen. Differential scattering cross section is another criteria by which they are chosen. So on that basis, whenever you will read the chapter on nuclear physics, on reactor design, then you will see on what 4 factors, there is a 4-factor formula on which moderators are chosen. समझ में आया भैया? मॉडरेटर के लिए सिर्फ मास सेम होना ही एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. दैट इज वन ऑफ द रिक्वायरमेंट्स फ्रॉम मैकेनिक्स. अदर सेकंड क्राइटेरिया इज स्कैटरिंग क्रॉस सेक्शन, एब्जॉर्प्शन क्रॉस सेक्शन. हाथी को रोकना है तो हाथी के लिए अगर बुलेट होगा, क्रॉस सेक्शन ज़्यादा एलिफेंट का, इजिली इट विल बी स्टॉप्ड. बट इफ यू हैव टू फायर ऑन ए एंट, then it will be difficult. Particles should have the same cross section, comparable cross section. So cross section is another criteria. There are 2 other criteria. So on that basis it will be chosen. This is nothing. That is a question coupled with the nuclear physics. आगे पूछो. भैया जल्दी जल्दी पूछो को, कितना समय नहीं. बोलो, सीट नंबर 1 में ही हूं अभी मैं. आई मीन सीट नंबर 1. सीट नंबर 1 में कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है किसी को? हेलो, सीट नंबर 1 पार्ट बी ऑफ क्वेश्चन 34. करेक्ट. क्वेश्चन 34 क्या है बताओ, पढ़ो, पढ़ के बताओ.
A block of mass m having negligible dimension is like V vector equals to V I cap.
हाँ बताओ कौन सा क्वेश्चन है, पढ़ो.
34 part B.
भैया बताओ तुम्हारी 34 पार्ट बी में क्या है जी, बताओ तुम लोग. 34 पार्ट बी. अच्छा ये राइट. बताओ यार इसमें क्या है. ब्लॉक ऑफ मास m हैविंग नेग्लिजिबल डायमेंशन इज स्लाइडिंग फ्रीली इन x डायरेक्शन. इसका डायग्राम कुछ होगा, इसका कुछ डायग्राम होगा. ए ब्लॉक ऑफ 34 बी ओरिजिनल क्वेश्चन पे देख लो, इसमें कुछ नहीं है. ए ब्लॉक ऑफ मास m हैविंग नेग्लिजिबल डायमेंशन इज स्लाइडिंग फ्रीली इन x डायरेक्शन विद वेलोसिटी v इज इक्वल टू वी आई. v से जा रहा है i में, x यूनिट वेक्टर i है. यही क्वेश्चन है. एज शोन इन द डायग्राम, व्हाट इज एंगुलर मोमेंटम? येलो अबाउट ओरिजिन. वो बताओ इसका एंगुलर मोमेंटम क्या होता है, एल क्या होता है बताओ. आर क्रॉस पी. ओके क्रॉस लोगे तो क्या होगा एंगुलर मोमेंटम? ओके क्रॉस इसका आर और पी, इसका डिस्टेंस यहाँ से लोगे तो आर यही हो जाएगा कि नहीं. आर और पी दोनों एक डायरेक्शन में है, क्या होगा एंगुलर मोमेंटम बताओ मुझे. अरे आर क्रॉस पी एग्जिस्ट करता है क्या?
Yes, sir.
नहीं यस सर क्या क्या मतलब?
Sir, cross product.
क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट जीरो नहीं हो जाएगा यहाँ पर? ओके क्रॉस इसका,
Yes, sir.
अगर ऐसा है तो ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
अब ए की तरफ लेना है, ए की तरफ इसका कुछ डिस्टेंस दिया होगा, इसका कुछ डिस्टेंस दिया है, क्या दिया है इसका डिस्टेंस? ए पॉइंट वाई एक्सिस पे है। अब ये इसका एंगुलर मोमेंटम लीनियर मोमेंटम हो गया mv, हो गया कि नहीं mv? और ये डिस्टेंस परपेंडिकुलर है इसका b, जो डिस्टेंस ये है वही हो जाएगा यल अबाउट ए, यल अबाउट ओ इज जीरो एंड यल अबाउट ए इज आर क्रॉस पी। कैलकुलेट कर लोगे इसको, आर हो गया आपको b इंटू जे क्रॉस विथ पी कितना हो गया एम वी इंटू योर आई, जे क्रॉस आई लिख दोगे एम वी बी, एम वी बी मैग्नीट्यूड हो गया। और जे क्रॉस आई किस डायरेक्शन में चला गया बताओ? ये भी राइट हैंडेड टाइड है, आई जे के, जे क्रॉस आई हो गया आपको माइनस के। तो मालूम पड़ गया भैया? आगे पूछो। आगे पूछो भैया। सीट नंबर 1, open your mic. If you have got any question, please ask. Otherwise, I will move over to the other seat. Seat number 1, no one has got any problem, correct? TS1, no one has any problem? Okay, I will move over to the TS2. Now I have moved over to the TS2. I have moved over to TS2. I have moved over to TS2. बोलो भैया क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 सबने कर लिया क्या? Question number 3 is 60 mark question in 2012. Will you please put on your mics? Please, you can open up your mics so that you can speak now.
Yes, sir. We have solved in pictures.
I have solved in question 3 in the class. Question 2 and question number 8, both of them are repeat. That also I have solved into the class. But if you want to know, I can solve it once again. Sheet number 2 contains questions from 1 to 9. Sheet number 2 contains questions from 1 to 9. Correct?
Yes, yes.
1 से लेकर 9 तक क्वेश्चन है कि नहीं उसमें? 9th क्वेश्चन है कि नहीं? 9th 2017 का 9th is the last question, right? ओके, आप बताओ कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तुमको किसी को भी? कौन सा क्वेश्चन? 8 भाई, व्हाट एवर इज सेकेंड सेम इज 8। चलो देखो पढ़ो 8 को। व्हाट इज 8? पढ़ो, रीड क्वेश्चन नंबर 8। एंड पीरियड गामा, करेक्ट?
Sir, what's on this in PA बताओ ना, explain briefly why the comet spent only 18% of its time.
देखिए, आप देखो भैया एक्स्ट्रा टाइम कितना कैलकुलेट किया था। ये देखो यही है, पहले देखो। अब इसको आंसर को भिड़ाना है, मैच करना है आंसर को। समझ रहे हो क्या करना है? मैच करना है। और यूपीएससी के पेपर में पहला एक गाइडलाइन लिखा होता है। वन थिंग इज वेरी क्लियरली रिटन। What is written? In order to arrive at the result, whatever the suitable assumptions you have to make, you can make the suitable assumptions without violating constants. That means without violating the basic principles of physics. You can use basic principles of physics and arrive at the result. Good, I will get. So this was ellipse. This is the major axis of the ellipse. This is the minor axis of the ellipse. This is the focus. Good. What is the coordinate of the focus? AE0. Correct. AE0. Good. This is the minor axis. From minor axis, this is the axis. Otherwise, this would have been half of the period. This is half of the period. Both these axes from center, they are dividing the ellipse into half. Correct. This area is pi AB by 2. This area is also pi AB by 2. Good. From focus major axis, this is the only additional area. This is only additional area, correct? And what is the time period? Time period is always, time period is the gamma, and what is time period? Area traveled divided by aerial velocity, right? Area traversed. What is area traversed? Pi AB about aerial velocity. Aerial velocity. Aerial velocity is a constant. कुछ भी लिख लो यार. Aerial velocity. Aerial velocity otherwise is J by 2m. Aerial velocity होती है कितनी जी? J by 2m is constant. Good. So no problem. You can always write aerial velocity is pi AB by gamma. That is the aerial velocity. So now I have to get the excess time for this. Excess time. What is excess area? Any way you take, whether you take from this side, then this is the excess area. If I take from this side, then this area is less. Correct? So this is the excess area. What is the excess area? Area. This is a triangle. Height of the triangle is AE. This base of the triangle is 2B. So half of 2B into AE. Correct? That is the area. ABE. Now time taken to traverse this excess area. How much is the time taken? Time taken will become, what will be time taken? Area divided by aerial velocity. ABE divided by aerial velocity, pi AB divided by gamma. AB cancels out. क्या हो गया? Gamma E by pi. Correct? And this is given how much? 18%. ठीक है भैया? ये लो जी. This is given to you 0.18. So your E is 0.18 pi by gamma. क्या जी? How much is the eccentricity turns out to be? 0.18 pi by gamma. If this elliptical orbit is having this much eccentricity, then the planet will spend that much time extra. Correct? Finished. You see, you have to write down the explanation. Good. Next. Other question? Any other? Okay. देखो भैया, आपने आप देख रहे हो मेरी क्लास में कितना टाइम लग रहा है मुझे सीट कराने में. आप देख रहे हो. ये भी समझ में आ रहा है लड़के क्वेश्चन क्यों नहीं पूछते मुझसे. ये समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? I am before you. You can ask any question. But if instead of me, if there is any other teacher, student spoil the class. I experimented in 1999. I invited a teacher from IIT. And when I said the sir is very important, he has taught me and all that, then also I had to repeat the class. So classes are so focused. Okay. Any question in seat number 1 and 2? Now I am asking seat number 1 and 2 together. Bhaiya, seat number 1 and 2 together. Okay. Now can I proceed to seat number 3? Should I proceed to seat number 3 now? Seat number 3 deals with rotating frame of reference Coriolis force. What is Coriolis force? It is a fictitious force. वो तो फार्मूला है. What is Coriolis force? It is a force experienced in a rotating frame of reference. Whenever there is a motion whenever there is a motion with respect to rotating frame of reference, correct? This force is not a real force, it is a fictitious force. Fictitious force arises when motion is with respect to rotating frame. What is the force? F is minus 2m omega cross v. Omega is the velocity of frame, angular velocity of rotating frame. V is the velocity of the body in that frame. Correct? That's it. Now, any question? Sheet number 3 contains question number 1 to 6. Sheet number 3 contains questions 1 to 6. Everybody can open their mics. Gaurav Kumar Rana.
Yes, sir. So I followed the sheet.
Have you got the seat? Have you got the seat or not?
Yeah, I got the sheet, but I have not attempted this one.
Okay. You can ask me separately if you want to ask anything.
सर एक बात पूछने की इसमें सर
हाँ बोलो
सर ये कॉलेज स्पोर्ट्स में जब मैं क्लास की थी तो मुझे डिजाइन करते हुए मुझे फाइनल उसकी डायरेक्शन समझ नहीं आ रही थी और उस पर कर रही है कोई बॉडी प्रोसीजर नहीं है।
देखो ये समझ में आ गया था क्या? ये चीज़ समझ में आ गई थी क्या? पहले बताओ मुझे। ये चीज़ समझ में आ गई थी क्या? d बाई डी टी ऑफ समथिंग इज d डैश बाई डी टी ऑफ समथिंग प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस समथिंग. दिस वाज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम inertial टू रोटेटिंग फ्रेम. ये इक्वेशन समझ में आ गई थी क्या मास्टर लाइन? है पहले ये भैया मैंने वेलोसिटी को मैंने यहाँ आर से लिखा था, आर को लिखा था, एक फ्रेम में लिखा था आर को. देखो किसी भी वेक्टर को कैसे लिखवाया था मैंने तुमको. ए वेक्टर है ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ ए आई प्लस ए डॉट जे. ये मैंने क्लास ली है कि नहीं? पहली क्लास बताओ कहीं ली है कि नहीं मैंने क्लास? है A vector को any coordinate system I can write. Same thing I would have written in other coordinate system. A dot I dash, A dot J dash, A dot K dash, correct? So मुझे सिर्फ क्या बदल करना पड़ता है? ये I J K है और I J K से मुझे जाना है I dash, J dash, K dash. ये फ्रेम एस है, फ्रेम एस डैश है. करेक्ट? एनी वेक्टर कैन बी रिटन इन एनी कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम जस्ट ओनली बाय नोइंग द बेसिस वेक्टर्स. देखो भैया एनी वेक्टर ए डॉट आई ए एक्स आई, ए डॉट आई ए एक्स आई, ए वाई जे ए जेड के. यहाँ क्या लिख दिया? ए डॉट आई डैश दैट इज ए एक्स डैश आई डैश. इसको डिफरेंशिएट कर लोगे तो आ जाएगा कि नहीं? ये आ जाएगा. ये लो जी, अगर अभी आ जाएगा. एक देखो ये हो गया dv बाई डी टी. अगर मैं इसमें ये लिख दूं तो हो जाएगा d डैश बाई डी टी वी प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस वी. हो जाएगा कि नहीं हो जाएगा? बताओ डाउट कहाँ है तुम्हारा? और इस पे अगर r रख दूं ये हो जाएगा. ये ऊपर वाला क्या हो गया? v डैश प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस आर. हो गया कि नहीं? है भैया गौरव कुमार राणा सुन रहे हो कि नहीं? देखो ये पहले लॉजिक समझ में आया कैसे किया मैंने इसको बताया. एक फ्रेम से दूसरे फ्रेम में रोटेट करने का क्या सिस्टम है. अब मैंने यहाँ ऑपरेटर इक्वेशन है dv बाई डी टी डी डैश वी बाई डी टी प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस वी. और V डैश में क्या कनेक्शन है? आई रिक्वायर ए डैश चाहिए, एक्सेलरेशन इन फ्रेम एस डैश विच इज नथिंग डी डैश वी डैश बाई डी टी, यही है ना? दिस इज व्हाट आई रिक्वायर, एक्सेलरेशन इन रोटेटिंग फ्रेम. Correct? That is what I require. So I have just written dV by dt, that is acceleration in frame S, is d dash by dt. V कितना है? V dash प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस R प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस V dash प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस R, यही है कि नहीं? तो भैया करके देख लो, ए हो जाएगा आपको डी डैश वी डैश बाई डी टी प्लस डी डैश बाई डी टी ओमेगा क्रॉस आर प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस वी डैश प्लस ओमेगा क्रॉस आर. ये लो जी, दिस इज ए डैश plus this becomes omega cross d dash r by dt plus I have assumed that it is rotating with uniform acceleration, so other term is 0, otherwise this would have become d dash omega by dt cross with r plus omega cross v dash, this is also v dash, so हो गया, this is 2 omega cross v dash plus omega cross r. ये लो जी ऊपर लेके आ गया, ए डैश ए माइनस 2 ओमेगा क्रॉस वी डैश माइनस ओमेगा क्रॉस आर. ठीक है जी, पूछो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? बोलो जी, डाउट ही तो पूछो. हाँ, बस और क्या, वही दैट इज द ओनली रीजन. नहीं, मैं समझा नहीं, तुम क्या पूछ रहे हो? फिर से रिपीट करो. विल यू रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन? कोरियोलिस फोर्स देखिए, इज नॉट ए रियल फोर्स. देखो, दिस इज ये मालूम है, एक क्वेश्चन मालूम है ना, अगर इसमें मास से मल्टीप्लाई कर दूं, ये मास से कर दिया मैंने, रियल फोर्स क्या होगा? व्हाट इज एफ रियल? एफ रियल इज ओनली m into a, करेक्ट? Even if this is 0, अगर मैं इसको 0 कर दूं, then also there is an acceleration, there is a force. Even when there is no real force, then also there are two terms. These two terms. Even if there is no real force acting on the particle, then also there are two forces. These forces are only due to omega. If omega is 0, then these forces will not act. These forces are a consequence of rotation, omega. If V dash is 0, this is called Coriolis. If V dash is 0, then Coriolis term is 0. If even when V dash is 0, then also this term is there. This is called centrifugal. ठीक है जी? Okay. Question? Anybody willing to ask any question? क्या टाइम हो गया जी? एक सेकंड भैया, धीरे धीरे. क्या कह रहे हो? फिर से पूछो. जस्ट आस्क. बहुत अच्छा है. रिवर्स, टिपिकली रिवर कैसे फ्लो करती है बताओ मुझे. देखो, अवर अर्थ इज ए रोटेटिंग फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस और नॉट? Earth is a rotating frame of reference or not? Earth is rotating. I have fixed up the angular velocity of omega geographically. Earth is rotating from west to east on its own axis, which is inclined at an angle lambda. Earth is a rotating frame of reference. Good. Earth is a rotating frame of reference. With respect to Earth, if there is any motion, correct, then Coriolis force will act. Then on every motion on Earth, Coriolis force will act. Correct? So try to understand. But the magnitude of Coriolis force is m omega cross v. Most of the bodies are having very low mass, and omega of Earth is, what is the order of omega of Earth? अरे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा हुआ है, ओमेगा ऑफ अर्थ, व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर ऑफ ओमेगा ऑफ अर्थ, बताओ. 2 पाई बाई टी, करेक्ट. टी इज 24 आवर्स. टी इज 24 आवर्स. सो इट इज 10 raised to power minus 5. गुड. Almost 10 raised to power minus 5. That is the order of omega. Omega is very small. And classical bodies, what is the velocity? 10 raised to power 2. This force is negligible on most of the classical bodies where the masses are small. But river, whole water mass will act. Water mass is huge. So this will act on the rivers. And in the northern hemisphere, typically rivers come from the north pole towards equator. Typical velocity of the rivers is from north pole towards equator, standard. And omega is west to east. Correct? If you calculate omega cross v, this will turn out to be towards right side in the northern hemisphere. Hello? In northern hemisphere, it will be right side of the particle, right side of the river flow. So right side means, therefore Coriolis force is acting on the right side, therefore right banks of the rivers are eaten away more. There is more soil erosion towards that side. Good. और कहीं पे भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो यार. देखो, अर्थ का ओमेगा स्टैंडर्ड है. अर्थ का ओमेगा कैसे निकाला मैंने? ये अर्थ है. एनी प्लेस ऑन अर्थ आई हैव टेकन हुज लैटिट्यूड आई हैव सेट लैम्डा. दिस इज द प्लेस. दिस इज द ओमेगा वेक्टर. आई हैव टेकन दिस ओमेगा वेक्टर. This angle is lambda, this angle is lambda, this is 90 minus lambda, correct? This is your vertically up, this is your east, this I call north. J, resolve omega, this is omega vector, this is 90 minus lambda, this will be once again lambda. Yeah, if this is 90 minus lambda, this angle is lambda. This is omega. Omega will have two components. One will be towards north, other one will be towards upward side. This upward means K, I can say upward. Upward I am calling K. So omega is having two components. One component is this omega cos lambda J plus omega sin lambda K. क्या जी? Omega clear हुआ है? Fixed up omega. Whosoever was asking the question, is it clear to him?
Yes, sir, yes.
How I fixed up omega? This was omega vector at any place where earth is rotating from west to east. This is one component is towards north, other component is towards vertically upward. That is omega. Now whatever is V, if it is falling body downward, if I say free falling body, then V is minus Vk. If river, where the river is flowing, surface of the earth, then which plane? XY plane. Vxi Vy प्रोजेक्टाइल में भी यही होगा. If projectile is on earth plane, then for projectile also same velocity will be there. You calculate omega cross v, then take the minus sign. Okay, you can read from DS Mathur or you can read from Klempner and 𝐂𝐻𝐶𝐓, further reading. Okay, further reading, for further clarification you can read Klempner and 𝐂𝐻𝐶𝐓 or by DS Mathur. Good. Any question, anybody? भैया गौरव कुमार राणा जी, आपने तो करा नहीं है तो उसको छोड़ देता हूं आपको. निशांत बासनीवाल साहब जी, निशांत बासनीवाल, सुन रहे हो क्या मुझे? निशांत, तारसी कोहली,
Yes, sir.
एनी क्वेश्चन?
No, sir.
If no question, then go ahead. Today's class I conclude. Next class I will be meeting after 2 weeks. Then by that time you have to cover rigid body dynamics, elasticity, viscosity and special theory of relativity. Next class I will be taking on sheet number 4, 5 and 6 after 15 days. 4, 5 and 6. क्या? Sheet number 4, 5 and 6. Good for this batch. And one class I will be taking on the quantum mechanics in between. Whosoever is doing paper 2, for them I am going to take a class on TS1 sometime next week. क्या? Sometime next week on quantum mechanics, paper 2. But for paper 1 I will be meeting after 15 days. I will be taking a class similarly on TS4, TS5 and TS6. Good? Okay, thank you, thanks a lot. किसी को कुछ कहना है, कह के बताओ. Anybody willing to say anything? Anybody willing to suggest anything? Anybody willing to talk to me? समझ रहे हो? फोन में किसी को बात करने की इच्छा हो तो आराम से मेरे से बात कर सकता है. डैश का फोन आजकल मेरे पास ही है. Otherwise it is very rare that I will be on phone because these days it is locked down. My institute is not running on full capacity, therefore I have got the access to phone. So you can ask me anything, any point of time on telephone also, mobile phone also. Good. Thank you, thanks a lot. And if you have got any problem, then please write me on WhatsApp. Everybody should have joined WhatsApp. और ये क्लास में रिकॉर्डेड भी कराया है मैंने, रिकॉर्डेड भी भेज दूंगा मैं. अगर किसी को कोई है तो आई विल बी शेयरिंग दिस क्लास ऑन रिकॉर्डेड आल्सो. करेक्ट? ओके, थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट.